Всем доброго времени суток, с вами Рауха, и сегодня Sunday Funday. Вместе с моей гильдией нас ведут два наших старших офицера, один из которых гилд-лидер.
I wonder if this deferred sentence thing can
Ахилдранг — это именно гилд-лидер.
Possible.
Итак, по идее мы сегодня будем без ачивок ходить. Вот. И, собственно, почему я это делаю? Потому что у меня нет статика. А видео делаю, потому что меня как-то уже спрашивали, а что, собственно, дает тебе гильдия на 4000 человек. Ну, вот, собственно, это и дает. То есть раз в неделю у нас, как минимум, собирается вот такой вот полный рейд, чтобы сделать пробежку хотя бы в нормале.
I am not, so go for it.
Сколько наг. Так, мы спулили, кажется, лейтенанта.
Kill this banner. And you guys see this banner and skull pop up, nuke it.
Так, есть что-нибудь? Нет, змейки жадные. Да, кстати, я ж все-таки получила этот Хардстоун с лапками. За 1000 питомцев. Черт. Вот это лагает, конечно. Я предпочитаю более маленькие группы. Именно чтобы исключить этот лагодром. Ну-ка. Система. Ага. Так. Применим. Так. Должно быть проще теперь. Я не знаю, почему у меня сбросился профиль.
Yeah, so I know that there's like new people or that like people that haven't really stepped foot in here, but that's kind of the go-to strategy. There's a lot of trash here, so you can pull large packs and then you can just reset the boss and you can keep lusting like 5 times in a row. For those of you that are wondering why we were pulling boss.
Yeah, I just need to reset.
Yeah, we'll reset it again. It just makes it easy.
No, I'm just saying I keep not resetting every time she gets pulled.
Oh,
it resets it for everyone.
Yeah, at least for lust.
I was just instantly lusting the second it reset.
Yep.
Alright, friends, before we get started into boss strategy, I want to do my typical spiel here. Welcome to Sunday Funday. It is every Sunday from 2 p.m. server to 4 p.m. server. We run for 2 hours and 2 hours only, so as far as we get is as far as we get. So I'll try and be super efficient. This week is going to be a little bit slow because I'm going to be going over more in detail about these bosses for those who haven't had the chance to step into this raid yet. For Sunday Funday, I do require for normal Eternal Palace, I require a 400 plus item level. If you are under 400 item level, I'm going to ask that you step out and try again next week. It is the base item level that is required for this place. It does drop 415 gear, so it's pretty easy to get to, all in all. So if you are under that, please go ahead and hearth out now. It's no harm, no foul. But if I do see people who have decided that they want to stay in, even though I've given them this warning, it will be a situation in which I'm going to have to ban you from future Sunday Fundays, which is not fun. So please just go ahead and hearth out now. Try again next week if you are under 400 item level. And this is whatever's going to show up in logs. So if you are in bags higher and it shows up on logs that you're 399, then that's a feels bad, man, but I'm going to have to ban you. So just be careful with it. So before each boss, I'm going to kind of go over the key points that you're going to need to know. Obviously, this week is going to take a little bit longer than in future weeks because we're all going to be a little bit more familiar with everything in future weeks. Sunday Funday is not necessarily just for Mythic Raiders to run through. It is for everybody in the entire guild to run through. A lot of people in here don't have a team, or they don't raid at all. They just like to come and hang out with us. It's an opportunity for Mythic Raiders and non-Mythic Raiders and non-Raiders in general to sort of hang out and get to know each other and socialize in a non-stressful environment. And it's a way for people who don't raid on a regular basis to see how a raid team works and to sort of see current content. So with that in mind, Mythic Raiders, please put your patient pants on, because some people are going to be making mistakes that you made the first day or the first time we pulled a boss. It is not necessarily a bad thing. It just means, you know, they're not at the point that you are right now. And so please be patient with them. We're going to be understanding and patient and kind to one another. There are 2 cauldrons down. Go ahead and grab 2 flasks, please. Take 1 flask and then grab another one.
There's a codex down. If you guys need to change your talents, don't hurt. It's in the yellow circle here. You can change talents right here. And essences and whatever you need. You do not need to be at the place to change essences.
Pull her up, please.
Так.
There's a feast down.
Так. Стоп. Фласка.
All right, for this particular boss, she's going to mark all of us with either a venom debuff or a frost debuff. Which debuff you get decides which side of the room you stand on. She will spin around and shoot bolts out of her. Please dodge those bolts. They will give you more stacks, and every time somebody who has a green marker interacts with a blue marker, or vice versa, it will trigger something called Unstable Mixture, which is a raid-wide AoE. So having people trigger that all at once, as you can imagine, would be a bad thing. So we want to have that happen as little as possible. Melee, please help out the tanks with Crushing Reverberation. They're going to need that soaked. That damage is split between all people who are soaking it. And Overflow is the other big mechanic that you need to watch out for. One person randomly is going to get targeted with Overflow. They need to have a couple of people stack with them to share that damage, and then a puddle will fall off underneath them, move out of the puddle. Don't stand in puddles, and help people soak Overflow, and we'll be fine. We're going to lust off the top. And as always, if there's anything big that I'm missing, I am not infallible, so please bring it up.
Bring on the parses, baby.
Nightmares, you ready? Okay, we are ready. On tanks. Let's go ahead and keep comms clear for raid leads and for tanks to communicate with each other.
Так, инструктаж закончили.
Alright, split up to your sides of the room, please. Frost go near the blue side of the room, and Venom go near the green side of the room. Overflow, this is the one you need to soak, so stand on people that have a swirly on them and help them out. Try to keep those puddles out of melee if you can. Melee, if you get Overflow on you, just bring them out to ranged and we'll help you. Just gonna start spinning around and shooting bolts here. Just make sure you're dodging. If you need to back up a little bit, it does make it a little easier to dodge those bolts. Overflow, bring it out to melee, let us help you soak. Stand on people with the swirlies underneath them. Thank you. Move out of the puddles.
I'm stunned.
Yep, click on that spear melee if you could. Inversion, get away from people with swirlies, let them walk to the other side. Please don't run through the raid group. Overwhelming Barrage, make sure you're dodging.
Так.
get over there with Buster.
Soak people with overflow, stand on them, help them soak that damage.
Ай.
Get away from that puddle, please, Peon. Thank you. Alright, get ready to dodge the bolts, please. Click on the person that intercepted that javelin so they're not stunned. Inversion's happening. People who are being inverted, move away from them.
Ай.
And then let them get to
Меня
the other
зарутили.
side. Dodge overwhelming barrage, please.
Да, мне не нравится моя парса.
Help soak overflow. Barrage is coming out. Make sure you're dodging all of those bolts. If you need to back up, it does make it a little easier to see and dodge. Job. Res is coming out. Anything you don't want or need can be traded to Kadeen. I've got a star on my head, and I will roll it off to the group.
Кому-то упал Warforge. Я первого босса, дело в том, что на этой неделе убивала. Да. Поэтому мне не положен сейчас лут с первого босса. Мне не нравится откровенно мой парс.
True facts, my survival hunter with a 400 item level just did more DPS than my 430. That fight's so easy.
Get a toilet girl right now.
Время от времени у нас будут происходить...
Drops from this?
Somebody always says it first boss of every Sunday.
It threw me off because we haven't done it in a little while, so I was like, wait.
Good to see that I still roll twos.
Some things have never changed, brother.
Congrats equally. I'll meet up with you in a sec here. Does anybody have any loot to trade to Kadeen to roll off for the group?
Интересно, есть что-нибудь надо дать на ролл?
There's a nail belt.
I'm out of range.
3, 2, 1. Congrats, Slop. Go ahead and open trade with me.
What boss do we want to head towards?
Either one's fine. I'll let tanks decide, and I'll just kind of follow.
It's on you, tanks. Don't screw us here.
It doesn't matter.
Too many decisions. Let's go to Radiance first.
I'm just kidding. That's the one I would have preferred anyways.
Следующего босса я очень не люблю. Это будет... Вот это вот сраня с шары. Я не знаю, кому пришло в голову придумать такую ёбану... ёба с эльфийкой внутри.
Alright, one-handed intellect mace.
There you go, casters.
Wish I could use it.
Womp womp.
Sorry, where are we going? Behemoth?
Radiance.
Radiance of Ashara.
Ooh.
3, 2, 1. Grat's Nightmares. You need to open trade with.
Ooh, B-Res laser.
B-Res laser, please. Thank you.
Feels bad, Saint.
Grat's Nightmares.
Just give me
No.
all the loot.
Столько наг положили, а лута ни с одной мне не упала.
I got you, Saint.
Lord Wolfington. Oh, Grat's beyond.
Nope.
Oh, double 99s. And a 98.
О, что-то, это просто голда. Ну, голда тоже хорошо.
What is it, Emma?
There were two of us that rolled 99.
It is 2.
Alright, the 99s, go ahead and roll again.
Double ones. Let's go.
Alright, Grat's P.
Ну, хорошо, что все сложилось хорошо. У меня этот пэт уже есть. Поэтому...
Thank you.
Так.
Laser.
Wait. Lag.
Yeah, bad lag on that first.
Fine, I'll protect you. I'll bop you.
Show me your bop.
Bop says everything.
Show me who you bought. So how was everybody today?
Tired.
Not too bad.
Terrible.
Nice day.
Буду
Killed Runt was
на
stuck in
следующей
the
неделе
Hanson
пробовать
day.
пройти на
It's gonna be a
кусе.
bit different, you know.
Куся, кстати, растет. Так. Что-то наги зажимают постоянно лут. О, нет.
Goddamn tornado.
Tornadoes, bro.
There's no sharks on them.
It's
Oh,
an
hey,
Arcanator.
I get to see what these are like as a raid.
Easy, dude.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna sit on my own island over there and chill. Calm you any less than being in melee anyway.
Alright guys, so the trash is kind of teaching us the mechanics of this fight. As you can see, there will be divas that go out on certain people. There should be 3 or 4 of them. Those people are going to get dispelled immediately during the regular phases, and then don't stand in it, as that will explode and stun you. There will be tornadoes that come out. They do target random people, and then they start swirling outwards, much like the Blades in King's Rest on that one boss. You know what I'm talking about. So make sure that you are dodging the tornadoes and that you move away from the circle on the ground after it gets dispelled for the debuff. That is pretty much phase 1, along with some standard AoE that comes out at very specific times. And then we will transition into phase 2, where there will be walls of orbs around the platform. Running into one of those orbs will spawn a tornado. It will also create a path through there for us. So please let the tanks be the one to pop that orb and spawn the tornado so that we can run through it. We will find a large ad and some small ads around it. We need to obviously kill the large ad to end that intermission phase. We need to keep those small ads interrupted. Also, there will be a big knockback that the large ad does. It is vitally important during this large knockback that you have your back pointed towards somewhere safe. If your back is pointed towards the middle of this circle or towards the outside of the circle, it's not good. You're going to take a bunch of damage and possibly get a debuff that will reduce your haste. If your back is pointed towards the wall of orbs, you could get popped into one of those orbs and pop a tornado, taking a large amount of damage. So that's not good either. The safest place to put your back is to stand in melee range of the big ad, even if you're a caster, and make sure that your back is pointed towards the safe zone that the tank had popped for us to allow us to run through. That is a small opening. If you get knocked back into it, it's no big deal. So make sure that your back is pointed somewhere safe. If you do get the magic debuff on you, the big circle around you, the arcane bomb, during the intermission phase, you need to make sure that you take it towards the water side of the area. If you look at Star, I'm jumping up and down. This would be a safe place to drop that debuff. Healers will give you a couple of seconds to move out of the group with that debuff during intermission phase, and you're going to take it over here and dispel it towards the edge. Please don't just hang out in the middle of the group, because then everybody has to move for you once that debuff is dispelled. Bless you. Healers, please dispel the debuffs immediately during normal phases, and please hold off a couple of seconds during intermission to make sure that people get an opportunity to bring those debuffs away from the melee pile. As far as the rest of it, we'll probably just end up lusting off the top. And I think that's it.
Ну что ж. Первые 3 босса, по идее, не должны быть особой проблемой, потому что мы их убивали. Хотя бы в ЛФР, но каждый сходил. Да, у меня мой собственный наг. Личный. И он
All right, we're ready. On tanks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm out of range.
Ready to dodge tornadoes. Take the bombs out as much as you can. Dodge tornadoes. Blaze needs a dispel. Please make sure that you're standing near tanks. Please follow the tanks around. The tanks will be moving away from the tornadoes. They will give you a good place to stay. If you are not following tanks, you're not in range of healers.
It's too far away. I'm out of range. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dispels.
Так, скоро появится первый ад.
Please do not get hit by those tornadoes. You see swirlies on the ground before they spawn. Please move away from them. Dispels. Dispels. Getting ready for intermission phase here. Slot needs to dispel. Thank you.
Так. Отлично.
Follow your tanks. Take those debuffs out. You can put your back against the wall here for the knockback. That would be perfect.
I'm out of range.
Да уж.
I need to get closer. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch the tornadoes. Please make sure you guys are grouped together so that we don't have to dodge through your arcane bombs. Watch the tornadoes.
4, 3, 2.
The spells. Ralco needs a dispel. Thank you.
Ну, по крайней мере, я унесла достаточно далеко свою бомбу.
Tornadoes.
Так, скоро будет интермиссия.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Dispels.
Too far away. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Так, интермиссия.
Dispels. Follow your tanks.
To our left, to our left.
Please make sure that your back is pointed towards the opening that the tanks created for us, and take dispels out. Ready for knockback?
I need to get closer.
Как хорошо, что ты ДХ.
Great job.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Stay together. Watch tornadoes. Dispels.
It's too far away.
Spell booty, please.
That was pretty fun.
Ooh.
Alright, trade me loot you don't want or need to Katie, and I will put it up for roll. Getting a res on Sabu.
Неплохо, неплохо, знаете ли. того, где этот фонарик. Черт. Черт, где фонарик?
Nobody res?
Make sure someone raises Saber.
Oh, yeah, I got you. One second.
А, вот он, этот фонарик. О. То есть мы должны заюзать обе. А, это уже интересно. Так, да, я извиняюсь за скрипучесть моего стула, но...
Okay, 415 leather boots with bleach in a socket.
Wow. I can wear leather. It's okay if it wears leather.
Just upgrade your armor specialization.
Неужели я победила?
Alrighty, Rauko Gratz. I have in second place Jaburksarn. I think that's Sniper's alt.
Yep, Jaburber.
I do have the 415 just base stats if you would like that one. Is that an upgrade for you?
Yeah, I have 400.
Okay, perfect. So Rauko will get the leech socketed one, and I'll grab the other one for you.
Yay!
Yay! Congrats!
Так, отлично. Это неплохой статовый апгрейд, хотя и...
You know what, baby? I will put it in general. So everybody can see.
Big heals on equally, please. He's got a big stagger going.
Pop sack on him.
Итак, нам для начала тут нужно освободить леди Эшвейн. Она... Она где-то тут была. Черт, я выложила свои камушки, которые можно было вставлять.
So we're gonna do mace, strength.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, that goes.
Oh, dude, I did that the other night. It's something I really needed. I rolled a 1. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, I did that with a lot of money. That counts.
Kill the Oracle first.
Yeah, then got your mom's credit card and put your tokens on the auction house.
3, 2, 1. Congrats, Saint.
Why is this lady getting healed?
Because the Oracle heals.
I throw it.
Mail gloves.
Imagine having this kill on Mythic and asking, why is this lady healing? Like, what?
Well, okay, I was eating my pizza during the trash. I didn't know.
AFK during trash, okay.
Yeah, it just keeps getting worse and worse.
You're just digging
Well, no,
yourself
that was
a hole.
heroic. That was heroic. I didn't get invited until after you guys did this trash moment.
I don't know about that, brother.
So that's pretty bad.
Pins up.
I'm gonna...
Hello with the piggyback. Sticking little heels.
Slop, are those an upgrade for you with your socket?
No, he said that it's a transmog. Don't roll on transmog. Other people are rolling need on it, so If it's gonna go to transmog or off spec, we'll re-roll it.
Ну ладно, у меня это небольшой, но все-таки апгрейд. И этому...
Tippity-tap.
Так. Нет, где-то тут...
Leather pants.
Ooh.
Three, two, one. Congrats, Blazewind.
Так.
I'm just waiting for you to catch up. Entropy.
Тоже ничего мне не принесли. Жадные мурлоки.
It's a long run back.
It is.
Так, всем потрогать вот эту штучку.
Leather azurite shoulders.
God damn it.
God damn it. If you guys
Alright,
are dying,
hang
click
on,
this
hang on.
click this
Yeah,
little
it's-
membrane over here by blue square, like I'm over here jumping in it. You get to click it so you can swim faster and so you can breathe underwater.
Please make sure you click this membrane so that you do not die of lack of breath. Also, whenever that pufferfish dies, he's gonna leave a big green, like foggy patch behind. Make sure you swim through it. It will allow you to be healed. Otherwise, you will take no heals.
This is a fight mechanic as well, by the way, guys. So we'll end up killing the pufferfish. Green cloud, you need to dip into it immediately so that you can be healed and do all of that stuff. So when we kill the next pufferfish here in a second, watch. Like if you're not getting heals right now, it's because you cannot be healed.
Laser for shit.
Fish is down behind us.
Yep, there's a pufferfish here in the back by range. Please make sure you swim through this cloud. Just kind of practice for the fight.
Так.
Wreck.
Ну что, мурлоки тоже
Imagine.
Thank you.
I can only imagine.
Team one, boys.
Cooper, one of you wins for months. You're gonna forget, and we're all gonna make fun of you.
Forget about what?
Gratz McBodie.
Wait, he's male. What the fuck? I mean, he's plate.
Oh, plate. Yeah.
I won with that 5 roll.
Yes.
That's my fault.
Okay, do not stress. I will figure it out.
I don't know how I won with the.
Так.
Because I rolled the 3.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Everyone's playing golf right now.
That Tiger Woods. It sucks to get the buff, guys. Green buff. Sucks too, because if you get a B-res in that first phase, if you get B-res and there's no buff up, then you're kind of screwed again.
Thank you.
Так.
That would be stealing.
Мурлоки так и не хотят.
Here, cross the gap very fast.
How many?
Stop over the gap and look down.
No.
Nope.
God damn it! Wreck, you son of a bitch.
So, do you guys notice these red X's are actually gone?
I don't have a buff.
There's a membrane back on the other side.
Now I will put up a marker for where the membrane is. It'll be purple. Purple is where you want to get your swim and breathing buff. Alright friends, I'm going to go over the mechanics of this fight. As you can see here, there is the big Blackwater Behemoth, and on his right is a pufferfish marked Skull, and on his left is a pufferfish marked Red X, we will start the fight by killing Skull and dipping into that green cloud to make sure that all healers can heal us. That buff will last for 45 seconds. When we have around 5 seconds left on that buff, we'll be swapping to Red X Pufferfish and making sure it gets down, and then renewing our buff. Because anytime you're doing a fight with a boss and you cannot be healed, it is bad news bears. So we want to make sure everybody gets their buff. Which means you really do need to pay attention when that cloud is up. Please make sure you grab your buff, otherwise you will die. Healers will not be able to heal you. You need to make sure that you are spread out at least 5 yards during this entire fight. He will do a shock pulse that tries to push us back. Please fight against that, swim against that. As Crazy has so generously demonstrated for us, if you are standing over the edge, if you look around to your right, I am Star. I'm standing sort of in this chasm. It's safe for me to do so right now because I do not have the pufferfish buff on me that allows me to be healed. But as soon as you get bioluminescence on you, which allows you to be healed, if you are out in the middle of open water, you have 4 or 5 seconds until you are one-shot by a mysterious creature from the deep. So when he does the big shock pulse and pushes you over the edge, you need to fight against it, because if you have bioluminescence and you are over the edge, you could get one shot. So make sure that you are not over the ledge at any point during the fight. On the second platform, the ledge is going to be kind of split with a big hole in the middle. Don't hover over that hole unless you want to get one shot. On the third ledge, it's kind of the same. The ledges get broken apart like more and more and more as we go through the phases of the fight. But on each ledge, it will always be the boss and 2 pufferfishes. So we will kill the first one, and then when our buff has 5 to 10 seconds left, we will kill the second one. Please make sure that is what we are doing, and we will lust off the top. As far as anything else, I don't think there's anything else.
Aye, aye, Captain.
But you had to dodge the jellyfish when going up to the next platform.
Oh yes, good call. When he, about 1 minute and 30 seconds into the fight, he will move to the second platform. There will be, if you turn around and look at Star, there will be little slipstreams right here and on the other side of this rock over here. If you still have the bioluminescent buff on you in normal, you can dip into that slipstream. It will take the bioluminescent buff off of you so that you are not at risk of being one-shot by the mysterious creature from below. So when he transitions, go ahead and make sure you're topped off and get through the slipstream right here. Will increase your swim speed and get rid of your bioluminescent debuff. And then you're going to make your way through this maze of jellyfish. They do bob up and down, but if you get hit by one, it gives you bioluminescence out in the middle of nowhere, which, as we have gone over, will kill you in the middle of open water, and it will sting you for quite a lot of damage. There's really no coming back from it. It is more or less a one-shot. So don't touch the jellyfish at all. Just get to the other platform, follow the raid, and make sure you don't have bioluminescence when you leave the platform. Thank you for that. Who won the roll? Let's see. I Heal Drunk, Thunderscale Whelpling.
Yeah.
So make sure that we are lusting off the top. Make sure that we're spread out 5 yards.
Hey, where's the slipstream to get away from the bioluminescence?
You won't be able to see it right now, but it will be like in between these rocks. It will look like a little water.
Yeah, it'll be over there by where the blue marker is, and also where I am with the blue marker above my head. You'll just have to swim down to the bottom of the edge, and you'll get it.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Make sure you guys don't start swimming before that buff drops, though, guys. It's very important.
If one of the tanks dies, if one of the healers dies, chances are I will call for a res. Please don't res someone until I call for that res, just because there are specific times that they need to be resed, mostly when the pufferfish is about to go down so that they can get their buff, or right before we transition. Everyone is ready? Hold on.
Could you just attack power real quick, please? Thank you.
Make sure we're targeting Skull right off the bat. The little pufferfish on the right.
3, 2, 1.
Everybody, get your buff. Get your buff, 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 get your buff. Spread out. Fight against the push. Range, dot at that other pufferfish, please. All right, start working on that other pufferfish. Start bringing it down.
4, 3, 2, 1. I need to get closer.
Get your buff, get your buff, get your buff, get your buff. Fight against the push. Get your buff, get your buff.
Так, сейчас должна уже начаться следующая фаза, скорее всего, с перебежкой.
Fight against the push. Alrighty, go through the slipstream if you want the increased swim buff and to get rid of the debuff, and then dodge jellyfish on the way over. We'll be starting on the pufferfish closest to us as soon as we get over.
Так.
To the left.
Get your buff, 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 get your buff. Spread out. Take a quick look around, see where the other pufferfish is for when we need to start working on it. It is marked with red X. I'll let you know when to start laying into it.
Someone got 8.
Don't waste the res on me. Ever.
Push, push, push against the shock pulse.
Ну, это, кстати, намного проще, чем то, что было с пугами.
Alright, we need that other pufferfish popped, please. Get ready to grab your buff. Grab your buff, grab your buff, grab your buff.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Итого у нас только один трупик.
Push against. This is where we're using DRs to make sure we're staying alive. Go ahead and go through slipstream if you still have bioluminescence. And avoid the jellyfish.
We wanted to still box.
Yeah, I guess.
He's got 3 mil HP, he'll melt.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and start in on boss then.
Вот.
Good job.
Мне дали топорик.
Go ahead and loot boss. Trade KD, what you don't want or need. I have a star on my head, and I am near the boss's mouth.
You can talk to the seahorse.
Can someone res me out in the middle?
It won't reach you, I don't think.
I'm trying.
Where's the seahorse? Oh, there it is.
It's right in front of the boss's face.
All the way down.
They're all the way back to the start.
There's a seahorse that is marked with a skull on that 3rd platform.
Там был морской конек. Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
beat you, Ruko.
Should I just release?
Yeah, if we can't res you, you might have to, unfortunately.
Usually the release point is the same place the seahorse drops you off, so.
Trade feeding, what you don't want or need. I'm gonna get the seahorse, and if anybody has anything else that they need to trade me, I'll meet you guys up.
Что ж, вот так леди Эшвейн стала вот этим.
Alrighty, I have 2 of these, so it goes to equally and soaring.
Так, это есть. Эти баночки не продлевают.
Leather azurite chest piece.
Ну, я не могу его ролить, потому что у меня 430.
Guess he really wanted that.
Rat's Blazeman.
Что ж, я не знаю, какая механика у леди Эшвейн.
Yeah, let's put up a closet and summon those who are a little bit lost.
Поэтому давайте посмотрим, что, собственно...
Sabu, would you be so kind? Thank you.
Так.
Сябу.
Ну-ка, а что у нас с колечками?
3, 2, 1. Grat's Blazeman.
Вот, кстати, тринька классная. Я хочу ее. Я хочу именно триничку эту. Она классная, она действительно классная.
Plate gloves.
Oh, no, leech. Forget it. Forget about it.
Так, мы приближаемся к следующему крылу.
Anybody for the plate gloves?
Cricket.
Alright, who traded me the plate gloves? Trade me back for your gloves. Alright, so for this boss, Lady Ashvane, she will be kited around the edge of this circle by the tanks, so that when she puts down the cutting coral, we can leave a patch and then move on. The biggest thing here that I'm going to need Tiggs to help me demonstrate, equally, since you have a marker on your head, would you come over here? Just kind of stand somewhere. So we're going to say equally is tanking the boss. We're going to put a skull marker down to demonstrate where the boss is. So here's the boss on skull marker. Equally is being his tanky self on green marker. If you are targeted with briny bubble, you will have a large circle around you and then a few seconds to get somewhere before you become encased in a bubble. I need you to take that bubble right here, behind the tank. All of you will stack up together behind the tank with briny bubble on star, where the bouncing star is. And this is just a demonstration, so she's going to be moving around the room, but every single time there will be the tank on Skull, the boss on Skull, the tanks on green, and then Briny Bubble will go behind the tanks and stack up all together right here. And then when you are encased in that bubble, all DPS will swap and cleave all of you down. That is the biggest thing that we need to make sure that we're looking out for. The other thing will be the circles that come out will be emanating from the corals, the little bubbles. They'll be moving towards her to try and heal her. They need to be intercepted, though they need to be intercepted not all at once. So we need to make sure that we are popping the bubbles closest to her first, getting everybody healed up because it does large AoE damage, and then taking the bubbles that are farthest away and then healing that up. So melee, please make sure that you look around you as soon as the bubbles come out. Pop a couple bubbles that are closest to you, and then ranged, look at the health of the raid group. If we're looking relatively healthy, you can run into one of the other bubbles. It puts a very tiny dot on you. There's really no downfall to soaking one of them. And if you're near it and the raid is healthy, just go ahead and run into it. The other thing is the Arcing Azurite. 2 people will be targeted. You will have matching colors on you. You need to make sure that you put as many pieces of coral between you as possible. It will cut that coral down and get rid of it from the playfield, which is going to be really nice. So Arcing Azurite people, you'll be connected by a line. Put that line through as many pieces of coral as you can, and then it will slice it in half and eliminate it from the playfield. As far as Lust goes, I'm honestly not sure. There's really no standard here. It depends on the DPS of your group. So I think I would like to try and Lust on, what do you think, Rec? We were talking about this last time in Heroic. Do you think we should Lust on her first health pool or her second shell?
Probably her first health pool.
Okay. Just get as much done as possible, and maybe we'll only get 2 health pool rounds, which would be nice.
How long into the fight is that?
First health pool? I don't know.
It's roughly 1 minute 20 something on normal, on heroic.
All right, thank you.
I'm gonna put a feast down for those who died and those whose buff is running out. Go ahead and eat up.
There's a shitty one.
There's also a hammer in front of the feast if you need to repair. I'll do another pet roll off before we get started here.
Anyone have to create gems?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mic was out the whole time. I put a scrap on it from my back.
Oh, nice.
Thank
Okay.
you, friend.
All right. Congrats to both of you. I've got 2 of them.
Thank you.
No problem.
Please run out. Please run out. Please run out.
Shard.
Thank you. All right. Back in we go.
Так, первый есть. И второй есть.
Make sure you're watching your range. Let's not get any pre-pulls in.
Отлично. Ну что ж, я теперь полностью вся в камушках. Ну как сказать полностью? У меня всего 2.
All right, we are ready.
2 предмета с гнездами было.
Dodge the upsurge. Don't be in that. First set of bubbles is coming out. Let's get the closest one first. Thank you. And we can go ahead and grab that second one. Those of you who are near it. Awesome. Dodge upsurge. Briny bubbles coming out in 5. Please make sure that you are behind the tanks.
Черт.
Briny Bubbles, go ahead and group up behind the tanks. Cleave those out. Cleave the bubbles out, please. As soon as we get the bubbles down, we're gonna lust. Go ahead and lust now. Upsurge coming out soon, followed by Arcing Azurite. We're gonna try and get as much coral down as possible. I'm going back equally. Beautiful, beautiful. Bubbles coming out, briny bubbles. Make sure you're stacking it behind the tanks.
Those don't have an AoE.
Odie.
Leave those bubbles down, please. Arcing Azurite coming out again, but there is no coral to cut down, so just go ahead and take it away from people. Dodge Upsurge. Her shield's coming back up soon.
Так.
Coral is coming out. Upsurge soon. If we could get her to move away a little bit for the rippling wave in 5.
Ничего себе.
Thanks. Alright, melee, go ahead and get that first bubble, please. Thank you. Second one's good to pop.
And cool. Coming out.
Thank you, Alaire. Dodge Upsurge. Briny Bubble in 5. You're going to be stacking up right next to melee so we can cleave you down. We have another Rippling Wave in 5. Stack up Briny Bubbles.
You can just stack the melee with it.
Okay, that's fine. Bubbles coming out. Closest ones first, please. Good, good, good.
Толстая или дешевая?
That last one.
Во всех смыслах.
Dodge the upsurge. Some more coral.
Отлично.
Right,
Пошло, 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 пошло.
Upsurge. Arcing Azurite's coming out. Make sure that you get rid of as much coral as possible. Briny Bubbles in 3. Make sure you stack up near melee so we can cleave you down.
I can't do that yet. I need to get closer.
We have about 15 seconds till she puts her shell up. If we could push her before then, that's great. If not, that's okay. Upsurge coming out in 5. Let's get the remaining coral over here.
Yay!
Oh, perfect. Dat execute.
What are you doing? I didn't die.
I have gotten the pet from this boss every single time I've killed.
That's a lot of pets.
Alright, trade KD in which you do not want or need, and I will put it up for roll.
Don't need it anymore.
Forsaker, if she doesn't need it, she's going to trade it to me and I'll roll it off to the group. We're crazy, you've gotten like 2 of those swirlies already.
I mean, it is what it is.
I need to target something first.
Alright, I'm going to jump down. Continue trading me anything you don't want or need, please, and I'll roll it off to the group.
какую сторону? Черт, в какую сторону? Черт! Не будет мне пэта.
That woman would drop a crab.
They have cloth pants.
Crabs.
I don't get it.
Fuck yeah, I needed that one.
Those are legs.
Yep,
Ew,
cloth
the name of
pants.
them.
Pants?
Oh, you linked legs.
Yes, cloth pants.
I thought she said hand.
Sorry, I thought you said.
Вот если вот туда
Oh,
упасть, можно потерять контроль над персонажем на долгое время.
Cloth hands.
Oh, I didn't win.
Cloth ends.
Grats laser chicken.
Yay.
Huzzah!
Thank you.
Three, 2, 1. Grats Eli.
I actually don't even get that. I just saw.
Okay. Grats Zill.
I already have a 25 one too.
Okay.
I do too.
I just saw a pet and I was like, ooh, but then I was like, I already have a 25 rare.
I have 3 of them.
Equally.
It's actually useful for one of the world's best pets.
Yeah, it's a great pet.
It is. It's actually a really cool looking pet.
At first I was like, oh, that's the one I used to always far from Katie, but then I was like, oh wait, I got my own.
3, 2, 1. Grats Blazewind.
How do I use that thing? Just use it on the boss on the pole and like.
Yeah. I found out why it was bugging out too. If you pop 2 on-uses at the same time, it bugs out, but if you pop it a second before your other on-use, it's fine.
Alright, cool, thanks. I only have 1 on-use. That trinket, so I think I'll be fine with it.
Well, I don't know, Rep, because on the Hunter I have the laser beam and an unused, and I can't pop them until like 30 seconds.
Так, по идее, мы только час
Grats Zill and
здесь
Slop.
бегаем.
Do you have him macro?
Yeah, but I actually unmacroed it because it was bugging me out.
Так, что у нас этот босс дает?
Alright, so
когти.
For this boss, there will be something called incubation fluid that comes out pretty regularly. If you get incubation fluid on you, I need you to stand on the green marker side of the room. If you do not have incubation fluid, please do not stand on that side of the room. It does spread. So please move to the right side of the room until you have incubation fluid and then move to the left side of the room. We're going to have ads come out on a regular basis. They need to be DPS down immediately. They will leave shiny pools on the ground that are going to be soaked by the tanks because the tanks are going to get a large damage reduction debuff on them, so it will allow them to soak those pools. He will also, I can't remember the name of it, but I'm sure all of you will correct me. There's also big circles that will spawn on the ground, lots of shit. I think it's called downpour, maybe, where lots of shit was going to fall from the ceiling. You're going to have very small slivers of space for you to stand in to dodge those. They come in waves of 3. So make sure that you're standing between those circles when that comes out. It is a large amount of damage. You don't want to get hit by it. You do not have time to cast. You just have time to move, get to the little space between the circles, stand there, and that will happen 3 times, in sets of 3, and then you can stand where you want and cast again. That's pretty much the first phase here. After he phases, we're going to be running down this ramp. Please don't jump off the ramp. Please don't try anything fancy. Just run down the ramp, dodge everything along the way, and once we get to the bottom, the tanks will interrupt. If anybody is left on the ramp during that interrupt, you will immediately die. So I need you to beat Cheeks to get down there quickly, efficiently, and safely. Once we interrupt, it'll go on to the next phase. There's not going to be any more ads on normal, any of the little squid ads, but there will be some Myrmidon ads. One of them does something the tank has to deal with, and the other one is a caster that needs to be interrupted. So let's just make sure that we do that. Do you guys want to lust down below or off the top?
Probably off the top.
You think so?
I'm down for doing it off the top.
Okay, that works for me. Either one's totally fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna down this boss. We'll give everyone a 3-minute break after we down the boss, and then we'll come back and finish things up. I do want to say though, 3-minute break is 3-minute break. If you are much beyond that, after I do the ready check, after the break timer is over, I'm gonna have to remove you. So make sure if you need to get a drink, go to the bathroom, whatever, that you do it quickly.
If you get incubation fluid, you're running to the green or to the other side?
To the green. Everybody's going to start off the fight on the right-hand side of this platform, and then when you get incubation fluid, you will move to the left side where the green marker is.
Cool, thank you.
Stay there. Yep, and stay there until you do not have incubation fluid anymore. It's going to be kind of a mirror thing down below as well.
One thing people might not have realized is like, whenever you kill a boss in your dungeon journal, there's a red X next to the boss.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot that one. Is that
On tanks.
Thank you.
Ну что ж.
You're welcome.
They don't show up for me anymore.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Lies.
Trying to bait us.
Incubation fluid coming out in 3. Those people need to get to the green marker. Dodge. 1, 2, 3. Incubation fluid coming out in 5. Please make sure you move the green marker if you have it. Kill these ads, please. Incubation fluid. Don't go to green marker unless you have incubation fluid. Otherwise, you will get incubation fluid.
I need to get closer.
Get out of those swirly circles unless you're a tank. Incubation fluid coming out again. Please make sure you get to green marker if you have it.
Ну, по крайней мере, хитбокс большой. Итак, нам осталось продержаться еще 20%, после чего у него начнется автоматическая смена фазы.
Get ready to dodge. Shit's coming down from the ceiling here pretty soon. 1, 2. Do not have time to finish your cast. 3. Incubation fluid's coming out. Get to green marker if you have it. Please get these ads down.
Блин. Вот и как тут быть?
Incubation fluid in 3. If you have it, please go to green marker.
Отлично, автофаза.
Okay. Let's go down. This is intermission phase. Just dodge everything. Don't do anything fancy. Just quickly and efficiently get down the...
Someone tried to be fancy.
Как хорошо
A
быть
bunch of people
охотником
try
на
to be
демонов.
fancy. Fuck.
It's alright. Alright, I'm gonna put a new green marker down for incubation fluid. It's gonna be pretty much mirror.
О, мы уронили гилд-лидера.
Incubation fluid in 3. Make sure you get to green marker if you have it. One, 2, 3. Here we have ads. Make sure the caster's interrupted. Incubation fluid has gone out. Check your debuffs. If you have it, go to green marker.
Идите нафиг, я прервала своего кастера.
Incubation fluid coming out again. Get to green marker if you have it. B-res laser, please. Dodge 1.
Раз.
2.
2.
And 3.
3.
Incubation fluid. Get to green marker if you've got it.
И... Отлично.
Massing. Trade Keating, what you do not want or need, and I'll put it up for roll.
Итак, у нас остался совет. Совет, Заквоз или... Пардон, Заквоз.
I'm gonna go halfway up the platform here and see if I can get you guys who died up top.
They release right there.
Oh, do you? Oh, go ahead and release
right
them,
on
guys.
top of
Oh,
Loot.
we do.
Them cloaks.
Не трогать медузок. Главное, не трогать медузок.
Oh, where'd it go?
Кстати, тут где-то еще должен быть один пэт.
So, break time or quick dash first?
Let's go ahead and do a 3-minute break here before we pull trash. If you're already in combat, let's just finish up what you're in combat with.
Is that healing drink?
We'll do loot when we come. Or we want to do loot first.
I'll do loot when we come back.
Which trinket, Nightmares?
The exact.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't used that. I haven't got a chance to use it. I've been using the deferred sentence one.
Alright, 3-minute timer. Go ahead and do what you need to do. And we'll roll off loot and continue when we get back. Please don't be more than 3 minutes.
Итак, Вот Асшара. Вот Талисра и... стоп. Там, по-моему, была Джайна? Нет, Шандрис. И они обе исчезли. Зато осталась Асшара. Зараза. Ладно, пока у нас тут перерыв, я поставлю на паузу. Итак, все вернулись. 3 минуты прошли. Да, сегодня у нас очень коротенький перерывчик. Благодаря тому, что это...
Watch your pat, watch your pat, watch your pat.
Ух ты ж, ё-моё!
It's just trash.
But my trash bars.
Я надеюсь, что мне хоть что-нибудь сегодня подарит интересное. А желательно такое, чтобы можно было продать.
Yeah, she's 7.
We can just go straight and jump off.
Dude, I have not got one BOE from this place. Normal, heroic, mythic, nothing.
You haven't gotten a Time Forge either. That kind of sucks.
True, feels bad.
I got a socket one.
Why you gotta bring up painful memories?
What is it?
Oh, of course.
Так. О! А вот и победитель.
Kratz McBodie, go ahead and trade me.
Huh, so if a target dies with that trinket on it, you get the buff by default. You didn't use the trinket.
Which one?
The crit one, the Razor Shell Coral.
Make sure you guys back up, otherwise you'll pull the bosses.
Imagine getting good trinkets.
Ай!
Oh god, trash.
Back up.
I'm out of range.
What were you saying about the Razor Coral?
If you use it on like an ad and it dies before 20 seconds is up, you get the stack as the buff, regardless if you use the trinkets.
Oh, okay.
Так, ну-ка, что это за ачивка-то такая? Что дофига
Drop
всего надо
another
сделать?
tome thing.
Так.
That's crazy. Go ahead and trade with me.
Hmm.
What am I doing in this fight? Just sit there?
Kinda.
Oh, are you serious?
Dude, the rabbit is killing the owl.
Congrats, Eli. Open trade with me.
Won't see another one of those for about 4 months.
Honestly, I think
Sub.
we can get Jane today, or I think we can get the Shara today. We're on track to do it in 2 hours.
Got Sabu. Open trade with me.
Okay, you know, why did I even bother rolling?
Yeah, what
94, 97.
Так, собственно, вот боссы.
Congrats, Bomber. Open trade with me. Alright, so for this fight, we've got these 2 ads that we need to be killing. They need to die at approximately the same time. They do not share a health pool. There will be a lot of different things that are happening during. It is difficult to keep track of, so I'm going to kind of break it down as much as I can. Pashmar is the caster on the right. She is going to throw a fanatical verdict on somebody. There's going to be a little swirly around your feet. You need to run that out of the group. She's also going to cast some spark ads that we need to focus down. My add-on will put markers over these spark ads. You're going to kill the one that's closest to melee first, and then kind of rotate around. Just kill them one at a time, not all together at once. Please do not AoE them down. It does large AoE damage as soon as one dies, so we don't want them all to die at once. We want to kind of stagger them. The one that is closest to melee is going to be the one that we focus down first, and then we'll just kind of go around. Silavaz does something called Frenetic Charge. He'll target one player with Frenetic Charge. That player needs to move to the wall, closest to the wall, and then they need players stacking with them to soak the damage that's going to be coming out, and then you guys move away from the pool that Frenetic Charge causes after it's over. Please make sure you're looking for players with Frenetic Charge on them so that you can stack on them and they do not die. Occasionally, Silavaz is going to have a big bubble around him. Tanks are going to yell for us to run into the bubble. Make sure that you're in that. It's going to reduce damage taken from one of Pashmar's abilities. And during this whole time, Queen Ashara is going to be telling us what to do. There's going to be a couple circles on the ground that are purple. We need to stand in them. Every one of them needs to be stood in by at least one person. If you get something called repeat performance, that means if you use the same spell twice in a row, it's going to silence you, so don't do that. Stand alone means, obviously, stand alone, don't be near anybody. Deferred sentence means that you need to keep moving, and obey or suffer means if you take any damage, you're going to do some AoE damage and absorb healing. So make sure that you're paying attention to the orders that Queen Ashara is giving us and popping spark ads one at a time and helping your friends soak the Frenetic Charge. As far as lust goes, I believe we lust off the top and...
Yeah, usually.
And when the bubble comes up, I'll be sitting outside the bit with Pashmar so they don't get the damage reduction.
Sounds great. Alright, we are ready on tanks.
Классное колечко, кстати. Я очень надеюсь, что оно выпадет.
When were you lusting? Sorry?
Off the top.
2, 1.
Spark ads coming out soon. Target the one near melee first. That spark ad down, please. Alright, go to circle next. Form ranks. Make sure every circle is accounted for. Circle spark next, please. Circle spark. Alright, and stars last. Verdict out.
Hardly swap.
Form ranks.
One circle on the couch.
Verdict in the bubble.
Everyone in. Near Silavaz. Near Silavaz. Go into the bubble, please. Get the verdicts out. Frenetic charge needs to be soaked. Go help Zill soak it. Okay, he's gonna ice block. Leave him alone.
I'm out of range. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Verdict is coming out. Take verdict out. Repeat performance is on.
Hardly swap.
Get out of this circle. Sparkad's coming out. I'm killing the one nearest melee first. Circle Sparkad will be second as soon as the melee one is down. Frenetic charge. Yep. Charge out. Circle Spark, please. Good. Now star.
Remember, they do need to die evenly. Or at the same time.
Indeed. So we need more DPS on Pashmar, please. More DPS on Pashmar. Standalone is going out.
Hardly swap.
Soak on reverse.
Так.
In the bubble.
Get into the bubble, please. Frenetic charge is coming out. Needs to be soaked unless you can ice block. Soak it. Verdict's out. Sparks. Kill Diamond first.
Move her close for this part.
We're gonna have two dying at the same time.
Okay, that's fine. Charge needs to be soaked.
I need to get closer.
Thank you.
Жалко, что их нельзя состаковать, чтобы просто зауешить.
Verdict out.
Swap hardly.
Needed more on Pashmar.
Get ready for the bubble.
Into the bubble, please. Alright, they're looking pretty even now. Charge soaked. Sparks need to go down. Diamond first. Then circle.
Currently gonna swap that.
A little more on Pashmar, please. Stand in circles.
If I were within 15 seconds of each other.
Ей!
Great job, guys.
Что у нас тут?
Wah-wah-wee-wah.
О, я открыла.
Go ahead and trade, Katie, what you don't want or need. I will put it up for roll.
Ух ты ж, ё-моё!
455, holy shit.
Вот это тринечка.
Why not heal drunk?
Кстати, мне давно ничего не падало. Я надеюсь, что мне со следующего босса упадет клинок. Я очень хочу клинок. Вау!
Yeah, no tremor totems, no pet dispels. Every time you dispel, a large amount of damage goes out, so let us handle the dispel.
Итак.
If anybody needs to trade me anything to roll off, please do so now. Color handle the
Колечко
first dispel.
классное.
All right.
Действительно классное. И я бы его взяла вместо вот...
I wonder
Хотя,
if the
знаете,
just go out based on
не уверена.
Please make sure this trash is actually legitimately difficult, so please make sure you're following the tank markers for Skull and I. All right, tanks, on you.
Should we lust?
I just broke the CC running through it.
Heal drunk dispel. Flare.
Так, Хил умер.
Thanks for yours.
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Так.
Okay, red's going out.
Ну, надо же.
Plate wrists.
I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Your plate, bummer.
I'm out of range.
Anybody for the plate wrists?
И они по-прежнему ничего мне не кидают.
Okay, if you traded me the plate wrists, you can go ahead and trade me back.
Bomber rolled on him.
Use a demon hunter.
He's a warrior.
He's a
Oh no,
warrior.
I'm so sorry. I was thinking you were on your demon hunter. I'm like, bomber, they're plate. He's like, yeah, I know.
It's too far away. I don't have a target.
Кстати,
Remark the
эти
skull.
коридоры очень сильно
Please don't pull the
похожи.
pats on the sides. Please kill Skull first. It is the one that does the largest amount of AoE damage. Do we want to lust this one and reset boss or what?
I don't think we can reset boss, can we?
You gotta run the boss really hard.
With death, yeah.
Okay, well, then let's try it without lust.
Yeah, we should be okay if we just all focus skull. We're good to go.
Alrighty. Nightmares, you coming?
Yep, some more. Bring it again.
Two. One more coming out. Two.
How are Nugsy and Laser on there for dispels?
If they have some sort of ability to break a fear when they get feared, then it will automatically dispel it.
Oh, yeah.
Resin coming out.
Ну надо же. И вот он, босс, которого я очень сильно ждала.
Did you use Berserker Rage?
Yeah, it looks like for Laser was Avatar, is what it was saying.
Avatar might actually make you immune to first.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was looking at. I was like, huh, same thing for Nugsy as well. You both. It says you both used Avatar.
Это босс, на котором я, скорее всего, умру.
I don't know.
Черт. Я хочу с него что-нибудь интересное.
Friends, I'm gonna put a feast down here.
Anyone else notice there's only like 2 rings from his entire raid?
Черт, я вот это вот хочу. Это, ну, классная секси-глефа.
Where do they expect people to get rings from? It must seem mythic plus.
Что прикольно было бы сделать.
Alright guys, I'm gonna go over the details on this fight here. There are a few different realms we're going to be pulled into. A few people are going to be assigned to bounce between them. Big things we need to look out for. That debuff that we saw in the trash that explodes as soon as it's dispelled, that is also a fight mechanic. Lair's going to be the one to handle the first dispel. I'll handle the second dispel. Heal Drunk, I'm going to need you to dispel third. And then when I call for the other dispels, we'll do it. The first and second dispels are going to go out immediately. And then we're going to heal up. And then I'm going to have Heal Drunk dispel when he feels like the raid health is good. And then I'll call out for Divinus and Nightmare to handle the last 2 dispels.
Okay.
Just make sure that you are aware lots of AoE damage is going to be going out for that. So make sure that we're doing it one after the other and not all at once. Please make sure that you are not dispelling yourself at all. There will be a tentacle that spawns in this room. As soon as the boundaries of the room are sort of apparent with like the big dark circle, you'll see an opening at some point in that big dark arena. It's going to look like a white light, like a slit through the darkness, and then a tentacle is going to come through straight across the room. It's going to knock whoever it is in its path. Please don't get hit by the tentacle. Please constantly be watching and looking around for it. I will call when it is coming out so that you can look around and see where it is and avoid its path. there will be 3 circles that spawn that are going to be orange. I'm going to assign 3 people to go into it and go to the other realm. You're going to be DPSing while you're down there. You'll be hostile towards each other, but you'll get kind of a damage buff, which is nice. So, as far as the first 3 people go, Sabu and Reverse and Hot Cocoa. If you 3 could handle the first, that would be great. Just make sure you're standing in one of the orange circles when it spawns, and it'll take you down there. You DPS your heart out, and then once you reach 0 HP, it'll bring you back up to this realm. Make sure the ads are dying quickly. If you are being targeted by an ad, move it into the melee pile. They have really fucking weird aggro tables, and they will riggedy wreck you unless you bring them to melee to tear down. Summoners need to be killed immediately as well. There will be 2 sets of people going down. So there's the first one, Sabu, Reverse, Hot Cocoa. For the second set of ads, or for the second set of people going down, I'm going to have Cryo and Kilda and Zill go down. So you'll be the second set of circles. The 3 of you will stand on those orange circles and get teleported down to DPS. Once he reaches about 50%, portals will be open to be able to hop between the realms. I'm not sure if I want everybody going down there. I think that a lot of people haven't seen this and aren't really familiar with how it works to be teleported down there. So if I could get DPS that have gone down there and are good at doing high amounts of DPS, if you could go down there, kill some ads, get some shit done, and then rejoin us, that would be great. It needs a lot more ads up top in the long run, but as long as we're focusing them down, we should be okay. As far as Lust goes, it's going to be when he gets the shell on him, it should be between 50% and 30%. He'll get a big shell on him that we need to DPS through. That's when I want Lust. You want to switch to your Demon Hunter Bomber? That's fine. Put up a closet. There will also be people who get runes, little circles on them. They're going to drop runes wherever they go. Please make sure you run those out of the group. Go ahead, Bomber, quickly. The biggest part of this fight is making sure if you get the runes on you, you run them out. Making sure you do not get hit by the tentacle, and making sure that you kill ads. If you have aggro on them, bring them to the melee pile. Kill ads. Important. Bomber, are you swapping?
You should preface that with the ads take increased damage, so if you want a whore on the DPS meter, kill them.
It's true.
I like pouring damage.
Sniper, isn't there something that makes Asper the Turtle heal me?
Yeah, it's a trait.
Мне вот интересно, а если я назову одного из своих твинков Группенфюрер, его забанят или нет? Потому как с одной стороны могут придраться насчет части фюрер, с другой стороны это, блин, означает тимлид.
Bomber, you logging on?
Yeah, I'm just loading.
I've been getting crazy lag in game, actually, like in raid only. don't understand why.
I'm fairly sure because add-ons are fucking.
Oh, you think so? I'm gonna turn my particle density down, see if that helps.
Yay, always having minimal settings on.
I shouldn't have to. I mean, I have a really good computer, so it makes me upset that I have to, but whatever.
The WoW engine's coded really crap. Like,
WoW engine is 100% processor, 0% video card.
It's really, really bad.
Черт, где этот чувак? Я хочу еще одного ДХ. Может быть, ему выпадет моя глефа.
Okay.
А может и нет. Кто знает.
Alright, let's summon a bomber here.
Ну-ка.
We'll probably kill this fight, like, right as
Вот это секси, конечно.
Attempt Shara at all?
No, we go for 2 hours.
Итак, даже если мы убьем этого босса, то на шару мы, скорее всего, не идем.
That trinket is too good.
А может и пойдем, не знаю.
Are we lusting first here?
We are lusting when the boss gets his shell around anywhere from 30 to 50%. So as soon as that happens, tanks are going to notice it first because I'm going to be focused on raid frames. If you just call it out, that would be fan-fucking-tastic. And we're ready. So, on tanks.
Пять, 4, 3, 2.
Dread's going to be coming out fairly quickly, healer, so make sure we're paying attention to those dispels. Let's not go overboard with it. Okay, go ahead, Cooper. Kill ads, please. Tentacles coming out. Look around. Find it. You see it now. Move away from it.
Зоку не повылезали.
Kill ads.
I don't think things take increased damage on.
Tentacle will be coming out soon. Find it, move away from it.
I need to target something first.
Dropping pools, move away. Dispels.
I'll take furthest first group.
Roger, first group, in you go. Take those out.
I need to get closer.
Tentacle is coming out soon. Look around for it. Find it. Don't be in its path.
Second group of 3, get in there. Nice.
Beautiful. Take Manifest Nightmares out.
Dread in 10.
Так, мы на полпути. не поддадимся.
Kill these ads, please. Dread. Blast Dispel. Tentacles coming out. Look for tentacle. There it is. Dodge.
Go through mid.
Kill these ads, please. The summoner needs to die.
You did go downstairs.
You could go next to that portal and use an extraction point to go downstairs.
Yep. Couple of big DPS. If you get that done, I would appreciate. Manifest Nightmares out of the group, please.
Sure.
When is he getting his shield, man?
He's not good at them.
Alright, Lust. Lust. Thank you.
Zone lust for us down here.
Ads. Manifest Nightmares out. Tentacle coming out. Look around for it. Dodge it.
There's a tear over on purple.
Purple.
Manifest Nightmares coming out. Take those out of the group. Kill these ads. Tentacle. Look around for it.
Так, осталось всего лишь 18 миллионов.
Okay, let's go ahead and get reverse up, please. And cryo. P-res reverse and cryo, please. It's gotta be Sabu or McBodie.
Yeah, I got crow.
Or Jobber. Thank you. Kill these ads, please.
Spell work.
Так, 3 миллиона. Отлично. Есть! Глефа! И Пэт.
Honestly, guys, I'm really proud of you. One-shot everything today. So, obviously, trade me what you don't want or need. Obviously, today took a little bit longer than it normally will just because I'm going over all of the, you know, the mechanics and everything before each boss pull. Next week should be a little bit more streamlined. We should probably be able to get up to Ashara. I just don't want to do Ashara today because it's going to take us like the full 10 minutes just to go over each phase in the fight and all of the mechanics in it. But stick around. I do have loot to roll off. I do have some pets to roll off. And just know that I am extremely proud of you all. You did wonderfully today. And hopefully some of you guys ended up finishing your 200 Eternal Ornaments quest.
Yeah, that was really impressive how much we were able to do today. Since we aren't doing Ajara today, though, if you haven't looked into it, or you were just kind of like, oh, I'm just going to learn it on Sunday Funday, you might as well look into it. I mean, obviously, you've seen all the bosses leading up to it, so next Sunday is going to be the same thing, same time. So if you get a chance, look into it, look into the fight. You know, you have the lockout for it, too, so you can do it if you want, but get some research on it so that when we come into it, I mean, we can 1 or 2 shot it as well. And then, I mean, man, we could have super quick Sunday Fundays.
That'd be wonderful. All right, so Jabert, go ahead and trade me. I have a couple of cloaks to roll off, and then I'll get to the pets. I do have some really nice pets to roll off today.
What about completing the Sunday Funday tomorrow? Just to come and kill Ashara?
You guys are welcome to form your own group and do that, but I can't personally. I'm in here like 4 or 5 days a week as it is, so I don't want to burn myself out as a raid leader. That would be irresponsible of me. But if you guys wanted to like fill an impromptu group with your lockout, obviously that's your.
Итак,
I have
значит,
2 of
на
these quotes, by the way.
сегодня
They're
всё.
exactly the same, so top 2 rolls gets it.
Woo!
3, 2, 1. So Divinus and Crazy. Go ahead and open trade with.
Итого я получила глефу. Теперь у меня есть... Так, это я, по-моему, пожертвовала этого пэта. Давайте посмотрим, что еще принесет нам сегодняшний день.
So you say we're going to heroic?
No.
So
I
you're
have
saying we're doing mythic.
2
Yeah,
of
I think so.
these. So Gratz, Kilda, and Sabu. Open trade with me.
Ну, а я вчера этого пэта купила. Итак,
Awesome job today, guys. Awesome job.
вот, кстати,
Hope you guys
я вот
got
этот
some,
вот
good
жду.
loot.
Я жду, когда откроют ЛФР, вот этот вот клинок. Он просто шикарен.
Thanks for the invite, guys.
Именно вот черно-зеленый. Он классный. Я не думаю, что там что-то дадут, чего у меня нет. Ну, давайте посмотрим до конца, что еще у нас будет.
That's how the turntables, peon.
Gratz Wreck. Open trade with me.
Так, возможно, кстати, откроют следующее крыло завтра. Послезавтра, пардон. Итого...
Gratzill, open trade with me.
Yeah, parsing 100 percentile for my item level is survival. No.
Nice. How many parses for
Like
survival?
3 parses.
It's actually at 1,300 parses.
Oh, that's not bad.
Фу. Ну что ж, ладно.
Well,
Я думаю, что на этом можно заканчивать. И до новых встреч, и да пребудет с вами лут.
There's like 1,300 survival hunter parses.
Попробуем еще добраться до Асшары, но уже не сегодня.
I have 2 of these.